It's definitely heating up like what they predicted. Actually, it'll be kind of nice if it sticks around for tomorrow anyways. And what's going on today? It's kind of interesting reading this one first. How about this drone taxi, if that's what you want to call it? This thing is humongous, although this will be the way of the future, I guess. This one here is from this company called the Eplane company. And it says, "We just got a big step closer to our moonshot mission. Our team successfully pulled off forward flight tests of our Eplane E50, India's first drone with VTOL capabilities." And you can see in the video and all that, again, this thing is humongous, and it says, "This is just the beginning. Get set to fly with us." What I'm thinking too is, in a lot of places, funny enough, this humongous drone is treated as the same in many ways than, say, a recreational drone, ones that people just use to fly for fun, small ones and all that. Would you actually feel comfortable riding this as well? Because I know a lot of people are very paranoid, currently anyways, to ride things like a drone taxi. Whereas this one, with the size and all that, it almost feels like it's a traditional manned aircraft in many ways. So would you be willing to ride this? And in terms of a traditional manned aircraft, this was kind of crazy. I saw this before where somebody on YouTube here created this video that says, "I crashed my airplane." It seemed like the guy was inside, says something is wrong and all that, and then all of a sudden he decides to jump out of the airplane. Crazy dramatic and all that, right? But because of that too, everyone found it really suspicious because all of the cameras were set up in various spots to kind of record the crash. When the guy jumped out of the airplane, he just so happened to have a long selfie stick to capture everything. Everything just seemed really weird. So apparently there was an investigation done on him, and as it turned out, he admitted that I guess the whole thing was staged, and some of the information was kind of weird. This one says, "Santa Barbara County man who deliberately crashed the airplane for a YouTube video admits to obstructing federal investigation." A YouTuber pilot has agreed to plead guilty to a felony charge for obstructing a federal investigation by deliberately destroying the wreckage of an airplane that he intentionally crashed in Santa Barbara County to gain online views, the Justice Department announced today. Trevor Jacob, 29, of Lampic, agreed to plead guilty to one count of destruction and concealment with the intent to obstruct a federal investigation, a crime that carries a statutory maximum sentence of 20 years in federal prison. So he's set to go to court, and it says he's an experienced pilot and skydiver, so not his first rodeo. Now, why did he do this? Which was kind of interesting too, because it says here he had secured a sponsorship from a company that sold various products, including a wallet. Pursuant to the sponsorship deal, Jacob agreed to promote the company's wallet in a YouTube video that he would post. Is that really worth it? And it makes me wonder too, if you're doing it for a sponsorship deal of sort, wouldn't you communicate that with whoever it is that's sponsoring you, saying, "I have this idea to do this and that," and then get funds for it, that type of thing? And so with that, as an example of how suspicious or how far he went to try to hide it, it says, on November 26, 2021, Jacob informed the National Transportation Safety Board about the plane crash. The NTSB, which launched an investigation into the crash on or about that same day, told Jacob that he was responsible for preserving the wreckage so the agency could examine it. Jacob agreed to determine the crash location and provide both coordinates of the downed plane and videos of the crash to NTSB investigators. 3 days later, the Federal Aviation Administration launched its own investigation into the crash. In the weeks following the plane crash, Jacob lied to investigators that he did not know the wreckage's location, according to the plea agreement. In fact, on December 10, 2021, Jacob and a friend flew by helicopter to the wreckage site. There, Jacob used straps to secure the wreckage, which the helicopter lifted and carried to Rancho Siscoch in Santa Barbara County, where it was loaded onto a trailer attached to Jacob's pickup truck. So obviously he knew what he was doing. And with that, ultimately, when he got all the footage and all that, it says on December 23rd, 2021, Jacob uploaded a YouTube video titled "I Crashed My Airplane" that contained a promotion of the wallet and depicting him parachuting from the plane and the aircraft's subsequent crash. Jacob admitted in the plea agreement that he intended to make money through the video. Jacob further admitted he lied to federal investigators, where he submitted an aircraft accident incident report that falsely indicated that the aircraft experienced a full loss of power approximately 35 minutes after takeoff. What a crazy story overall, huh? To the extent someone would lie too. And I was even looking at the video and all that in terms of how much, I guess, attention it got. Was it really worth it for all that? To promote like what, a wallet or something like that? So what kind of punishment do you think the person should get? I believe from reading this, it says he could potentially get 20 years max in prison. The crazy things people will do for attention and all that, I guess. Alright, see you guys later.